I never thought that me, a girl who grew up in North Chicago, would stand in Tanzania and be able to look up at the sky and see just the most beautiful stars and say, God, I thank you for bringing me here. You didn't have to do it, but I'm so glad you did. It started when the lady came for a KB spotlight when she came to talk here. And what really drew me to it was her saying, if you're sitting here today and you've thought about giving God your best yes, do it through KB. And I sat there and I said, I've been thinking about this. I want to do it, but how can I do this? I'm a mom. I got kids. I can't do something like this. I can't just up and go somewhere. Immediately after the service, she came right to me and said, God said, tell you, whatever is stopping you, let it go and do what he told you to do. I signed up and I said, whatever God wants to do with me, I'm going to give him my best yes. Once I said yes and meant that, God started showing out. He went and stood and opened every door and basically telling me, if you just walk through it and trust me, there's nothing that I can't do. To be on a plane for 18, 19 hours, that was daunting. I was afraid, but I'm like, God didn't bring me this far to just abandon me now. So here we go. It was like a movie. We got there, it was just all these tents set up. I didn't expect a hotel, but it was like, oh my goodness, tents. I've never camped before. And then they say, this is our chef. We've got a chef in the bush. They were first class. Everything was organized. It was beautiful. They had your tents, your cots and beds and blankets, everything you needed to survive. It was fun. It became fun to be like, yes, my tent. We're gonna sweep our tent with these leaves, get the dust off and go in. Every morning we were up at 4:30 because we were walking in the dark to go pray. We walked to church every morning, but in the dark with our lanterns, you could hear the prayers of the people of God coming through the windows, echoing down just the trail you're walking on. And we didn't speak the same language, but you understood exactly what they were saying. You understood that they were crying out to God in the middle of nowhere, and you knew that God could hear you. The school was beautiful. The children were beautiful. They were very receptive to us from the moment we walked on the grounds. They saw us coming a mile away and started waving and shouting, hello, hello, and just ran up to us. They hugged us. They wanted to learn. They wanted to hear what you had to say. They loved Jesus so much. They knew so much about him. They were so unafraid, unashamed. Their love for God was the purest I've ever seen. Trust God. When you let go of you and you let him take his place, you'll get on that plane and you will go. You will feel like heaven opened up for you, literally, because it did. And God is standing there and he's like, if you follow me, if you really mean your yes and allow me to just be God, he's ready, he's willing, and he will show you things you've never even imagined, just beyond your wildest dreams.